what you say. Well, I envision your body on me. So come on closer, girl, don't be shy. Let it pray. You look like heaven, I could use a sign. You'll need confession if I have my way. There's life and death all on your tongue. Your eyes don't lie, but you can tell me what you want. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? I can love you like no one. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? I'll bring the pleasure and take the pain. So bring your loving, I'll bring my chains. You bring the heat, I'll make you rain. I've been dripping, baby, you won't leave my side. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? I can love you like no one. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? The way you bust that thing on me, you should bring me closer. If you invite me over, best believe I'm coming in. Your cup is overflowing, and I can use a sip. Girl, I've been waiting for you, so let me ask you again. Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love?
All right, y'all. We are here for another great episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. You got me, your girl Samantha Lavelle, and we've got the amazing King of the Groove in the building. You know, the one and
Hey,
only Saint Renee. What's
what's going on? How's
up?
it going? How's it going?
It's going good. You know, I was just vibing backstage to your new single, Be My Lover. Definitely giving me Prince vibes.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, he's one of the absolute greatest. So that's an honor that's even slightly the vibe that you get from him.
Definitely, for sure. I mean, I know you've kind of gone through a whole kind of rebranding within the last few months, and you
Yeah.
got this new sound going. So how has that been like for you? What was the process?
It's been good. It was something that I kind of had a bunch of different things kind of go wrong with just like personnel in my life that was controlling music, as well as just like I'd also hired a company to work on some things, and I found out that some of my music was compromised. And so I just realized, okay, maybe it's time to just try something new. And I've always wanted to kind of have a almost alter ego of sorts. And so I decided to do the whole Saint Rene thing. And it's cool because it worked out due to the kind of music and how different it was from, say, what I did with Joshua Cruz. It was way more funky. It was way more sassy. And I just decided, hey, let's try and do something just different here with an all full brand and everything. And I don't know, it's been working really well, and people have been responding to it really well so far.
I love it. And what are people going to get from Saint Rene? Well, I should ask first, how did you come up with it? Well, I should say you should tell the audience how you came up with that name.
Yeah, the name.
Yeah.
So the name, it's actually special. So my name was originally supposed to be Renee when I was a child, and that was the name of my late uncle, my father's oldest brother. And I ended up being my middle name, and so I just love the name. And Saint, kind of, it's a twofold thing. One, I never got to meet him, unfortunately, but I always feel as if he's kind of in heaven, just looking down upon me and watching over me, kind of like a saint does. But also, I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida, and so it was it just worked. It was kind of like, oh man, like this is, that. Oh, see, all my notifications going off. So sorry.
Okay.
And it just worked. It for whatever reason, those two things did that. And I just was like, you know what, this is really great. And I don't know, I just really found it to be something special. that I thought also stuck. Like when you heard it, it was like, oh, Saint Rene, that's cool. You know what I mean?
It does, and it definitely, matches the personality we got going on with King of the Groove. Like, come
Hey,
on, you got to tell us where that came
hey.
from, King of the Groove.
So I think also too, the thing is with the Saint Rene thing, when I'm on stage, when I'm performing and doing a live show, ain't nobody gonna see me. Like it goes down, and I learned that a lot from a lot of the older artists. Back in the '70s and '80s. When you went up there, it was time to go. And so for me, I developed always this person that when I was on stage, it was just so aggressive and so just like ha. But I always loved playing funky music. I always loved. It's always about a groove. It was always about having like a pocket, and so I don't know. I just found that right now a lot of people are in this space of redoing '80s music again, which is cool. I love the '80s. I love synthwave, but I've always just been infatuated with funk and groove. And so I said, you know what, like I'm gonna be the king of the groove. Like I'll let these cats do their thing over here, and this is what is gonna be my thing. And I don't know, I just kind of was feeling myself one day and just threw that out there. And I said, man, that sounds cool, and that's just kind of stuck with me there.
Got you, and it's everywhere, and you're definitely, standing true to it. Kind of the little visuals you've been coming up with
Thank
and
you,
posting, on the IG and the TikTok.
thank
It
you,
definitely matches that.
thank you. Yeah, it's I'm having a blast with this whole project, and it's just it's been yeah, it's just been so fun. And so I finally have found music that this is the kind of music I've been wanting to make my whole life. It's very different, but it's also still very much me. And I got to implement just different parts of how I grew up, whether it's gospel or funk or even Latino music. All of that is somehow incorporated in the music that I have coming up. So it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've noticed that it's a multi-genre thing going on. Even with, we cannot forget hip hop. We have a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of legends and influences. I know we were kind of
absolutely.
talking before about that. What's kind of your take on just kind of the recent happenings? Remember the Dusty comment and kind of the, you know what I'm saying? Well, what's your take on that?
Listen, there's some dusty people. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's such a weird time, especially like for hip hop in general. Hip hop is such a special genre, but it's such a competitive genre. Ever since the beginning, it was about who's got the best bars, and then at some point, who had the best style, who had the best flow, just the best beats, just and all around. It was always so competitive, and I feel as if, unfortunately, sometimes that gets passed along in the wrong way. It's a heavy case of how you say it and not what you're saying. And I
Hmm.
feel like sometimes with a lot of these older cats that are still in the game and still going for it, some that are still successful and some that aren't, it can easily come off as like, oh no, y'all trash. Like I've heard older hip hop artists say, oh, this is trash. But I've also heard younger hip hop artists just like absolutely disregard the history of hip
Hmm.
hop and try and rewrite it. And so I think it's so sad that this is how people feel. It's so sad that people feel, broken, dusty, and this and that, because it's just like, it doesn't need to be this way. All these other genres of music are constantly eating and taking from each other, in most times in the best ways. And with hip hop, I feel as if we need to try and develop more of a culture where it's like, all right, let's all just keep eating at the same time. You got some of these cats in rock and roll that are still touring at almost 80 years of age,
Yes.
and they're filling out arenas and stadiums, and I personally don't believe that like a Rakim would probably fill out an entire arena, but he could and he should. And that's because there's just a disconnect. It's like, oh well, this is only for these people over here. Only the old heads can
Hmm.
enjoy this kind of music and like this. And because let's keep it a buck 50. Like when you go to the club these days, you're not trying to hear, certain kinds of music there. You know what I mean? So you
Hmm.
do need some of the new stuff and where they have it, but at the same time, everything has its place. And I just feel as if, I think that we need to get to a better place of being able to pass it across the aisle, which sounds so political, but it's just the truth, because there's so much money in the table. There's so much money out here in music, especially. And for everyone not to be getting a piece of that pie is just so sad. And I think it's just definitely something that, us as a community will definitely continue to work on, hopefully. And I think it was great as even though it rubbed people the wrong way, I think it was great that he said what he said because it starts conversation. And instead of just straight up, shooting shots all the time, now we have a conversation to where it's like, okay, well, how do we make sure that the OGs are good to go, are paid? And then how do we also make sure that these young kids at 16, 17, 18 coming into the game, how do we make sure that they don't get caught up so that they're still making money, 50 years from now, like some of these cats are doing? And so I think it's a very important conversation. I'm glad that we're having it because it's also something, within, especially just with the ethnic community, our music is constantly and consistently being stolen by other people. And so
Yes.
I think it's so important that we don't fight amongst ourselves as much as we realize this is ours and we need to protect and retain this as best as we can, because everyone else is going to take, and then they don't care. They want us to fight. They want us to be like, oh, look at them. They all up in arms about dust and broke, and it's true, And so I think that that's something that over time we're working on and getting better at. So, but I'm really glad that it kind of happened, and now we get to start having this conversation because it's really important.
Exactly. Maybe to teach people to support like one another, because you kind of know what I do. I definitely
Absolutely.
am, within this industry, and, the legends of hip hop, they definitely deserve their flowers, because if it wasn't
100%.
for them, we wouldn't be sitting on the stage right now.
100%. 100%. And it's so crazy. I'm a student of music. I love the history. I love seeing where things come from. And it's just so crazy to see this genre, which is relatively still so young. It's so young. And to see it become the largest genre in the world is just such a beautiful a representation of the resilience of a certain group of people who just have absolutely thrown their heart and soul into storytelling and the artistic, artistic way as far as like music goes. But then too, just to be able to see other people consume it and also relate to it in different ways and take, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And so I think that it is just a beautiful thing. And I agree, though, you can never go too far forward without, looking and keeping your eye on the history of it and where it came from, where it started, and paying respect to that, because, that's why we're here. That nothing's new under the sun. I don't care who you are. You might make
Right.
something that sounds a little fresh, a little different. It's not new. And so I think that we have to do better at, respecting what came before us and utilizing that to make something even greater.
Most definitely. And,
Yeah.
also even us, old heads, as they say, giving back, giving back to the younger generation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like kind of
absolutely.
teaching them these lessons and about the history. And I think, just coming together, that's what it's about.
For sure. Absolutely. We all need to be helping each other out because they don't realize, a lot of people, especially who, are, if you're just an artist and you're not deep into the industry, you don't realize that they don't care because they understand that we're just fighting each other. They're up here collecting bread, and we need to figure out how to not even worry about this and get up here and make this real money, the sync money, the publishing money, all this money that we don't even really even know is on the table. We absolutely deserve to be in those conversations, and we absolutely deserve to see that money because it's ours. We make this thing, and so I think it is important that we start to really work with each other to make that. Reach one, teach one. Thank you, Bishop Burns.
Yep, he's got it. He's off the team too. So,
Hey.
exactly, what we're talking about here, just, passing it down, passing it back and forth. And, and I definitely, because we're kind of talking about legends in the game, definitely rest in peace to Coolio, who we lost
I
yesterday.
know. I got that text like late yesterday. It's so crazy because I'm from Florida, so I've been kind of keeping up with all my family and friends. Like, is everybody good? And then I get the text, and I'm like, oh man, that's a bummer. Like, right in between. It's always they say all the tragedies always come. I think they say in twos or in threes.
Threes.
Yeah. So, oh Lord. So yes, we got the hurricane, and that, and hopefully there's nothing else this weekend. But yeah, it's definitely sad. I mean, what a beautiful performer, Also, too, he just was so swaggy. He just had his own thing about him that was just, you just knew who he was when you saw him. And that's always fun. I love when people can create almost characters in music, and that, to me, that branding is just, it's just bar none. It's so special. So rest in peace to him, and, prayers to his family for sure.
Most definitely. And like I said, we got to give the flowers to people while they're still here too.
Right.
Most
That's right.
definitely. What are some of your, like influences as far as, some artists that influence you? It doesn't matter what genre.
Yeah. Definitely the most influential artist that I've ever had would definitely be Prince, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury. Um, anybody that came along in the 60s, 70s funk movement. You have like those old school superstars like Bootsy Collins, and it just anybody who was able to create a groove, honestly. Like that just really was it for me. Anytime that I hear a groove, it's funny. A lot of people, I've only really been doing this music thing for so long. I grew
Hmm.
up a preacher's kid. And so I wasn't really allowed to listen to secular music for the longest of times. In fact, I didn't hear Prince's Purple Rain until I was 18. It was my freshman year in college because I was on my own and I could choose the music I wanted to listen to. And
Right.
so I'm still to this day learning and finding new things. People will be like, "Oh yeah, that song." I'm like, "Well, I never heard that." And then I'll listen to it, and then I'm on down another rabbit hole of just all sorts of music. So, but definitely the icons, even like cats like David Bowie and just oh my God, George Michael's, just absolutely adore him. Uh, and just honestly, all of these icons, I really look up to them just because I love how they did what they did as far as branding, the hits that they made, but also what was really special to me about, especially a lot of the icons from the 70s and 80s, was it wasn't just, oh, they're fly. It wasn't just, oh, their fits were crazy. The branding was insane. The music was great. The
Hmm.
songwriting was great. The production was great. Rarely did you see back in the day these massive artists with songs that were absolute trash, unless they were just one hit wonders. I
Right.
apologize. No music is trash, but just songs that just weren't actually great. And so I
Right.
think that was what made them also so special. That it was a mix between you had the packaging of this person, this superstar, but then you also had just incredible songs that will live way beyond after they've passed away, and that's when I think music is its most potent and poignant. So
Most.
yeah, those are definitely the guys for me. Also, too, I grew up a lot on gospel music.
Hmm.
That's what I was allowed to listen to. So Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, Donnie McClurkin, you know, uh, Dietrich Haddon, all these people. That's how I kind of learned how to sing because I was listening to what they were doing. And the thing that I love about gospel too is similar to, let's say, a hip hop, a
Hmm.
lot of pain, a lot of pain
Yes.
in the voice, a lot of just crying out, crying out to God, and that it wasn't always from like a sad place, but it was from a place of, yo, like, can you hear me? Like, I adore you. I need you. And that's so special, to this day, CC Winans, the Alabaster Box,
Hmm.
that song wrecks me. I mean, it's just so beautiful. And they're also just great singers. Those singers are just something vicious. And so those were definitely the influences, especially for my music now, because honestly, I didn't grow up at parties. I didn't grow up
Right.
like, my parents wasn't clubbing like that. So the only time I knew dancing and fun was, at the church,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun,
Yep.
he was just running, and, you know, and that's how I knew that type of vibe. And so I've been trying to kind of take elements of that and put it into my music, to give it that like fun and energetic. Also, the thing that's so special about gospel is the live musicianship. You know,
Yes.
with a lot of music now, anybody can be a producer, anybody can, just create a track. And with gospel, it ain't like that. Like, you got to be able to play an instrument, you got to be able to get down and really just like go
Yeah.
for it. So that's what I really find super special about that kind of music. Yeah, that's a long answer to a very simple question. Sorry.
No, that look, this is activated. That's how it's
That's
supposed
right.
to be. You're supposed to let it all out,
Hey, that's
for
right.
lack of a better term. Here we go, talking about gospel, and I'm talking about let it all out. God forgive me.
Hey, look. The Lord wants you to let it all out, so He can
Right.
He can take care of it for you.
He knows my heart. We good,
That's it.
yep. And speaking of music, you actually shared an exclusive with me, for
Oh
us to
man.
play.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
first of all, so sorry to everybody who's watching that it took so long to get on. My computer, I was having the worst technical difficulties. I'm like an old man in a young man's body, so I apologize. But but yeah, I do. I brought an exclusive with me today. This song is called Disco in Paris. It is my upcoming single, drops in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yeah, October the 14th. produced by my good friend Harley Leon. It is just, I don't know, it's fun, it's different. You'll definitely hear the gospel influences in there, and yeah, let's definitely take a listen to it, and then we can kind of break it down and talk about it.
Awesome. That sounds good. So I'm gonna mute my mic, everybody, so you guys don't hear me, just because I might be jamming or something, and then we're gonna get right to it. This is Disco in Paris.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
She's bad, she knows, don't need compliments. She's got full house, jokers can't stand a chance, and you can try. She'll make you swallow your pride. See now, girls like that know what they want, so baby boy, don't waste it. She got 2-inch long red fingernails with a grip that'll close your vein. She got 3 men out here paying the bills. Baby, love is a dangerous game. She's a killer. Better look out for your life. She said, I've been a good girl my whole life. I'm trying to be a villain tonight. Oh, she's vicious. Oh, baby, that's so. Oh, she's dangerous. You better run for your life. Hey, I say, what's the voice talk about this guy? She's got poison in her face. Just one drop, drive you insane. If I knew what I knew when I knew her too, baby girl ain't come to play. Oh, she's vicious. Oh, baby, that's so. Oh, she's dangerous. You better run for your life. I'm trying to tell you, you better watch out. 'Cause she is vicious. Oh, she's vicious. Oh, baby, that's so. Oh, she's dangerous. You better run for your life.
Man, that was dope. That was
Hey.
dope. That was dope. I gotta say, the ending beat, I was thinking of Love Bazaar by Sheila E. I was
Yeah,
jamming.
yeah. It was
Man.
definitely, yeah. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you.
That was dope. That was dope. And you said, when is it dropping?
So this drops October the 14th.
And are you gonna have a visual for that?
So we're trying to figure that out now. The hard part with visuals right now is it's not the same as it used to be. Music videos aren't consumed like they used to be. That's really something that was more your generation, my generation. This generation right now, everything is just so quick. It's TikTok. It's thank you so much, Kimberly. It's just so fast, and so I myself don't even find myself watching music videos of artists that I appreciate. And so we're kind of trying to figure out, okay, maybe we just more so focus on like the marketing side of this and really just getting the song out there to just DJs, blogs, and playlists and whatnot. So we don't know. Possibly though, you never know. We'll see. We'll see kind of like what goes down and how it kind of plays out. But we'll see if people really love it and they start asking for it. We are obliged to make it.
That would be so dope. And I definitely like how you brought about, passing it to the DJs, because we got to give it to the DJs and spread this music.
Listen, man, it's dance music. It's club music. So it's gotta be out there. It's gotta be playing with them and for them, because they're the ones, they're the ones that give the party. So
But yeah, exactly. Well, put it this way, when it comes out, if you want me to, I know several DJs. I'll be more than happy to send it their way too, if you like,
Absolutely. 100%. We need it. We need it.
Definitely. We need that. And you did mention the TikTok. I gotta throw it out
Yeah,
there. You heavy in that TikTok game now.
yeah. I had to do a little something, something. I had to do like, and it took me forever to figure it out. I felt as if, first of all, I felt like I missed the train. Because everyone kind of really got into it in 2020 and then 2021, and I said, "Oh, what am I gonna do?" But I just kind of found my own little niche. I really love movies, and so I said, "Hey, let me just talk about movies, and talk about my music, and just a little fun facts here and there." But it's been good. It's been growing, slowly but surely, and so we're just working on trying to, just build it. I think everything is, no matter what it is that you do, it's learning how to, you know, figure out how to do something that you love and then build upon that. And so that it just continues to just build and grow. And so this is the same thing with TikTok. I have such a blast doing it. I have fun watching movies, let alone
Hmm.
reviewing them. It is something I'm getting used to, though. I don't really deal with trolls and
Yeah.
people on the internet, so that's been something. As people come on there and they comment some crazy stuff, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
excuse me.
Right.
But it's all good. It comes with the territory. So that's the internet for you.
That's right. It is. I just deal with them all the time, and then I just ignore them and keep it moving. But man,
Listen,
your stuff
you
is dope
respect it.
though. It's
So thank
dope.
you.
It's dope. It's like 'cause you got the whole, kind of nice, quiet, calm as you're
Well,
breaking
you
down
see,
the
hold
movie.
on now, hold on
Break
now.
it
See,
down.
that that I didn't mean to do that. So what basically happened there is I got these neighbors below me.
Mhm.
Y'all can listen. And this guy, man, it was one night I was in my room and I was working
Mhm.
on some music. And I was being quiet. Actually, no, I apologize. I was talking to someone and working on some music stuff.
Mhm.
And I hear all of a sudden like a boom, boom, boom. I was like, what was that? And I just, keep doing my thing. And then I didn't hear anything else. So then I kind of go to sleep. Around 2 a.m., about like 2, 3 hours later,
Mhm.
get a knock on my door. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, oh, Lord. So then I go, it's a police officer. And he said, hey, we got some complaints about listen to this. He said about some rolling around upstairs. I said, I
Wow.
said, officer, I got a rolling computer chair. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
What you want me to do? And he just kind of looked at me. He was like, sir, I don't want to be here as much as you want to be here. Just had to let you know. Have a good night. That was it. Fine.
Mhm.
Whatever. So then I saw him and I said, hey, man, like, if you ever hear anything too loud, just, hit me up. Just, you could even text me if you want. Come upstairs and say, hey, you being a little loud. That's fine. Don't
Right.
call cops on me. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my bad, man. XYZ type. So then this was like 2 weeks later. I have a friend over, Roberto Rivera. Shout out Rob, man, he's the best. Have a friend over, and he's chilling. We're getting ready to go on a morning hike.
Mhm.
It's like probably 6 a.m. We're trying not to be loud because we know people's asleep. All of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I said, Lord have mercy. You serious? So I just let it be. We start leaving. We got our backpacks. We're getting ready to go downstairs. We start walking down the stairs. And guess who's walking up the stairs?
Oh my gosh.
The
Not
police.
not the cops
The
again.
police, same police too, that came at that day at 2 a.m. And he was just like, hey man, I know you ain't do nothing wrong. I just gotta let you know. I got let off on a warning each time. But it was just, so the thing is, all that to say, I started doing these TikToks late at night because I can't really talk loud after like 10 o'clock because he stayed tripping. So I started just like taking the mic and just being like, hey guys, I got like a and so the thing is at first I just thought it was kind of stupid, but I just wanted to put some content out. I wanted to be, and I put it out, and a bunch of people start hitting me up. Yo, I love your ASMR reviews. This,
Mhm.
and I'm just like, I mean, that's not what I meant to do, but okay. And then on top of that, I reviewed this movie with John Boyega called Breaking,
Mhm.
and the movie production company themselves commented on the post. And they were like, thank you so much for the review. And also, we love your ASMR reviews. And I'm like, well, I guess at this point, this is what I got to do.
Yeah.
But, so you see, look at life. You just take something negative and you make something positive out of it.
Right. I mean, I think you found your niche because you really described the movies
Like,
very well. Like, are you taking notes while you're watching the movie, or how does
no,
that work?
So the thing is as a child, we didn't grow up with like the most money or anything. So we, when I watched movies, it was a big deal. So my grandpa, we would kind of hang out with them on the weekends. He would put on Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Jurassic Park. He'd put on these grown movies, and I'm like 6. But it was such an event. It was so special. What? So as I grew up and grew older, I really started to look at movies like art form, the same way that I looked at it like music. And I love to be able to just see all the different pieces that make a movie. Because with music, you can kind of just see like it's a songwriter, the singer, songwriter, the producer, who more than likely is the instrumentalist or the instrumentalist. And you put that together, and you put it out to the world. And the engineer, of course. And you put it together, you put it out to the world. A movie's not like that. There's so much that goes into it. You have the writers, the actors, the directors, the producers, the lighting guys, the camera people, the special effects, the stunts, the catering people. There's just so much that goes into it. So I love to really look at movies as an entire event. There's just so much more that you can pick apart, because music, even though you might be able to hear and visualize something, right? You might be able to see, oh, this is what I see when I hear a song. Movies are truly an entire experience. It includes music in it. It includes sometimes poetry, written words that are just so beautiful, and special effects, which is its own art form, sometimes dancing, the whole nine. And so I look at these movies and I go into them looking at certain things that I just look for to make a great movie. Because there's movies that you watch that aren't great movies. They're just fun, You just enjoy them because they're fun. But then there's movies that are just actually art, and it's just an elevated art form. And so when I go into movies, I just try my best to, not be biased to what I like, but instead to say, okay, as a whole, does this tell a great story? Did it have great acting? Was it casted well? How was the music? The sound editing? That's a whole other thing. My goodness, shout out people who do editing. That's a whole thing in itself. Lately, I've been hired to do a lot of editing for like TikTok videos for more famous people, and it's a job. It's a lot to do, and so I love it as an event, and I want to share with the world my passion for movies.
Hey, that's dope. Would you consider acting at some point?
Absolutely. Look at this. I was built for the screen. But no, I definitely would. In high school, I definitely did a lot of acting. I love it. Right now, I'm just focused on the music. But honestly, once the music takes off, y'all got me for about 5 years, and I'm out. Put out a couple albums, a couple tours, and I'm done. I would love to get into movies, video games. I love video games. I'd love to be able to help put out a video game. That would be so tight. But yeah, I would definitely love to do it. I love acting. It's fun. We kind of do it in music. We're kind of a character in music. It's just, you get to be on stage and do it, It's fun. It's different.
Exactly. That's true. And you did bring up, when you were talking about doing some video editing, first of all, congrats to that. You're like a one-man show on that. Like, I got to ask you, like, are you like self-teaching yourself, or how in the world?
You ever seen the movie Hustle and Flow?
Oh, of course.
It's hard out here for a pimp. Look. No, it's actually crazy. I got into video editing because my younger brother, who I live with out here in LA, he was actually a really great basketball player. He was actually going to go on to play college basketball. And it was literally wintertime. He falls and he breaks his ankle in a game. And it was done. The doctor was like, look, man, you can wrap this up, but if you injure this again, you probably not play it for much longer. And so he decided, I'm going to change careers. One day I came to him and I said, what are you going to do, man? He said, I want to make movies. I said, word. I said, okay, well, if I buy you a video camera, will you make my music videos? I said, yeah. So we started doing that. And when that happened, I wanted to edit it, though, because I had a vision in my head of what I saw. I knew what I wanted to see. And so I said, okay, this is how we're going to do it. You film it, and then I'm going to put it together. I'm going to color it. I'm going to do lighting. I'm going to do this, and that. And I got really good at it because I don't know what it is. I'm a really patient person. I don't know why, but I can sit and tinker with editing for hours. And my engineers hate me because of that, because I can just sit and work on a song for forever because it's just not right. Sorry, Justin and Zach. But yeah, so I definitely just started becoming really good at it. And I just started to pick up bigger and more harder programs. And so because of that, some people started to see my videos that I was posting and they say, hey, like, would you want to, do this and we pay you, this kind of money? And I said, absolutely. Like, what? So it's been fun. It's been a fun little side hustle, and I'll, continue to just, grow and go from there. We'll see.
Wow. So you're just doing just a little bit of everything.
Next, I gotta learn how to play golf. That's the next thing. I got a bunch of friends that got into golf lately, and I said, what's up with all this? I'm not. We'll leave it at that. I'm not built for golf. So certain groups just ain't built for certain sports.
Man,
So,
what?
Tiger's got that one a lot. That's about it.
Oh my goodness. So what is your favorite sport, or what sports would you play or have played?
Cool. Sports?
Yeah, yeah.
No, sir.
No, sir.
I'll go watch. I'll sit in the nice box and drink a nice beer and root. No, I'm not actually super athletic. I do love to go hiking. I do love to run, lift weights, and just exercise. I love exercising, but I'm not really coordinated enough. I'm sure if I put work into it, I would love to be able to probably become a better basketball player. Would be really awesome. I'm not really tall, like 5'10", like medium, regular height. So, but yeah, that would be basketball. Would probably be something I would love to get into. I love football too. I love watching football, and every now and again I might play with like the homies, but that's about it. I'm not really sports inclined. You gonna catch me? I'm gonna bust my ass. It will truly become entertainment if I start playing sports, because it ain't for me.
Yeah, we don't want you going viral, from getting hurt on the.
And then I gotta bust my face up. I got work to do. I can't like, what I'm saying?
No, we can't be doing that at all.
We can't do that. So I'll show up next interview. I'm like missing a tooth. Like, what's going on? Oh,
Right.
You said I should play sports.
All right, you're gonna blame me. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on Activated, y'all. I did not tell this man to play sports. I just asked a question. That's all.
Just show up from like some new veneers or something, because Sam said I need to man up and play sports.
Right. You're gonna have people calling me, hitting me up, mad at me. I'm like, yo,
we can't get you canceled out here.
Yeah, don't cancel me,
Lord
man.
have mercy.
Please don't cancel Sam. Don't cancel me. Look, we episode 89. Don't cancel me.
89. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. You're almost at 100.
I know.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Yo, shout out you, because I definitely watch from afar and just see, the amount of work that you put in, and just, how much you really just help us artists and just really give to our community. And so thank you so much for that. Thank you for just selflessly continuing to go after this, and I don't know how you do it. I don't know when you sleep, but it always seems as if you're doing something and you're promoting someone and you're helping someone. And so we really thank you for that, because that's it's very special to us, and we need all the help that we can get. So thank you so much for doing what you do. And you're just going to continue to climb and get famous, and then try and get tickets to your show, and it's going to be great.
You're silly. Oh, but no, for real though, I really appreciate it. I love doing all this. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. It's like giving back.
Yep, that's what I was saying. Working together. We all build together. We're all going to be eating.
That's it. Listen, you're right. That's it. That's all we can do. So
that's true.
I love it. Absolutely.
That's true. So what do you have going on for the rest of this year? We only got 3 months left.
3 months. My goodness, it's almost about to be 2023.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. 2023. My God. I feel so old sometimes.
Stop it. Stop it.
Be flying. Look.
Don't say that about old. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
As long as the skin looking good, that's all that matters. I drink my water.
That's right. We don't look water right here. Okay.
That's it. Look. I don't got a bottle, but I got this little. Listen, the three W's in life: water, wine, and whiskey. That's it. That's all you need. Straight from the Lord. Straight from the Bible.
And you're good to go.
You're good to go.
Oh.
No. For the rest of the year, I have songs planned every single month. We got Disco in Paris coming up in 2 weeks. After that, we have another song coming out called Fall Apart. I take a break during Christmas just because Christmas is weird. It's one of those things where, I don't know, nobody puts out music during Christmas. You know what I mean? Nobody on my level, like if Nicki Minaj puts out a song during Christmas, I'm probably gonna listen to it. But nobody at my level does, and it's just it's Christmas time. Listen, the month of December is owned by the Queen Mariah Carey, so
Yo, oh gosh,
yeah, I can't compete with that. That's the number one song in the country for like 5 weeks straight.
it sure
Nah,
is.
it's cool. Top of the year in January, we got another song coming out. We got songs just planned for pretty much the next 8 months. Just wanted to try and stay consistent and on top of it, and just bring in the game. I sometimes go through these things where I put out all this music and then I take a break, and then I put out all this music and I take a break. I'm tired of that. I want to just be consistent, just hitting y'all with the hits and hitting y'all with the music. And so we've got so much great music planned over the next couple months. It's going to be great.
Hey, and one of your biggest fans, my daughter, she's like, "Hi,
Oh
Mama,
man,
Mari, we see you."
she's the best. What's going on, girl?
I had to throw her out there. Look at this. She had to throw in a long hi.
Hi, what's up? Oh yeah, she's the absolute best. Shout out her for all the support all the time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. When you have the children loving it too, that's you've done something. All
Well,
generations.
absolutely, and also too, children are the future. And so you want to be able to, give them something special. We live in a time where music it's fast food. It's created and it's just consumed like that. It's just new song, new hit, new trend on TikTok, new. It's just so quick, and I don't ever want it. Excuse me, sorry about that. I don't ever want it to be something where, our future generations don't have artists that take their time and really put together a great record, a great experience, a great album. A lot of things that I hear so much in this game is just, singles. You got to drop the singles. And I do, drop a lot of singles, but there's nothing quite like turning on an album, having like 9 to 15 songs that just take you on an experience and a journey. And so it's definitely special when you have kids that love the music, because it really just goes to show you, wow, like I'm doing something right. And also, these kids also enjoy it. I feel as if so many times but society can easily talk down to children, like, they don't understand,
Right.
They can't grasp that. And it's like, you would be very surprised what children can actually understand and grasp and take. And, when you feed them the right stuff, you know what I mean? It's like, what is it? When we were kids, they told us to eat our Wheaties.
Yeah.
This is like a musical Wheaties, And so that's what I'm trying to do out here. And so I'm just glad to have any and all support that I do get. It's just such a blessing, and I'm truly honored and humbled by it. So it's special to me.
Most definitely. I mean, you have a lot of great support, even a team of you've been doing some great collaborations lately, like for these producers, like do you want to name drop some of them and how you guys linked up?
Oh no, that's y'all can't have all that now. Yeah, no, I definitely work with a lot of different awesome people. The main person that does most of the production on my stuff now, his name is Harley Lyon, something. So I always mess up that last name. I was gonna check the light here because we going off. But he's just incredible. We had linked up one time. I was in this massive mansion out here in Hollywood Hills that a friend was staying at. Came to a studio session. He was sitting there. I was playing some tracks, and he said, "Oh, I make funky music too." And I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, let's link up or whatever. It didn't happen. Then I saw him again at another party, and he started playing some other tracks. And he was like, yo, I'm serious. I make funky music and stuff. You should give it a try. And I said, you know what? You're right. Let's give it a try. We hopped in the studio and we wrote Be My Lover, that first song, in probably 15 minutes.
Wow.
Like that. It just clicked. We just absolutely clicked. And what's so special about him, is that I love producers that push you. That when you say, I can't do that, they say, what do you mean? Yes, you can. You know what I mean? You can do that. Push yourself. Go for it. Those are the kind of producers that last forever. That's how you get the Rick Rubins, the Pharrells, the Quincy Joneses. And so I just love working with him in that regard. Then the other producer that I've been working with, Zach Durick, he's so special. I had met him through a songwriting pal named Frank. And he was like, yo, we're gonna go to the session. We're just gonna write these songs. That's tight. So I show up to the session. I walk in, and there's all these Kanye West plaques all over the wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's Kanye this, Kanye that, Tiana Taylor, Pusha T, all this stuff. And I'm like, what is this? You know, I'm freaking out. I'm a massive Kanye West fan, so I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, and he was just the sweetest person, man. We've worked on so many awesome records together, records for other people, and they're fun. They're different. They're like pop and rock and hip hop, and it's just I get to do such strange things. That's where I get to do acting because I
Right.
get to do something that's just not who I am. And so that's been really fun, and he's just been the greatest. And so he's been co-producing a lot of these tracks. He actually co-produced that song "Disco in Paris," and so it's just been awesome. I've just been working with these producers, and more I just start meeting other producers out here that are bigger and bigger in the game, and we just hopefully get to work on things that get placed with an artist or land on TV and film. That's like my next really big thing. I landed a couple placements over this last year on TV, and so my next, I really want to get on film really bad. So step by step, it's a journey. We're just trying to take it one day at a time as best as I can. And hey, thanks, Meeks. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I can do. Day by day.
That's right. That's right, for sure. And so how can the people like tap in with you? Because you might have people that's going to want to do some
Absolutely.
collaborations. I'm sure. Where can they reach you at?
Yeah. So the best place to reach me is my Venmo.
Mhm.
You can send me. Just kidding.
I love that.
No, yeah, my Cash App.
Yeah.
No, they can definitely. You guys can find me at the Saint Rene.
Hmm.
TheSaintRene. All my platforms are exactly the same. It's the same name: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that
Hmm.
stuff. Give me a follow. I'll follow you back. Let's do this journey together. And yeah, just follow me there. Oh, and check me out on Spotify. Saint
Yes.
Rene. We got our music starting to take off, and so we're pulling in. It's been great. It's been really great. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. If you think it's, hey, look, man, look, look. It's gone now. I got to get refilled. But hey, I'm on activated, so I got
Hey, activated. I should have brought my wine, but I'm good. Next time.
Oh,
Next time.
right, next time. Um, yeah, no, so that's what they can find me, check it out. And then also too, just let me know what you guys think. I take everything, constructive criticism, all of it. I love all of it. I want to just do and be better as an artist and a person. So anything and everything helps.
Hey, you're doing, great and wonderful things. And
Thank you.
what shout outs do you want to give as well? 'Cause I know you got a good system of support.
Yeah, no. Definitely just shout out to my family, my friends, all the people that I've just been, working with, just all of the producers, the engineers, the writers, the songwriters, the musicians, shout out them. Um, and just all my loved ones. Thank you guys so much for just supporting me, and just being there for me the way that you are. I really appreciate it. It's hard sometimes as a musician and as an artist, we get so kind of caught up in trying to make it and where we are and aren't and what we have and haven't done. So having just a really awesome support group in my life has just been really special to have people that really love and believe in me. It's I don't know, it's very special to me. So just thank you to all of them, and just thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now. Thank you to you, Sam, and and all my future fans and people that are gonna find it, and shout out God, honestly, for even keeping me going this long and keeping me on this journey. And it's just a beautiful thing, and I'm just super blessed to have all the people that I have in my life. And so, yeah, so it's that's my, I'm the worst at this. I would be so
Mhm.
terrible at like an award show. I would be so bad at that. I'd be like, thanks. I
You
would be
better
so,
practice. Get your little piece of
oh,
paper
hey, thank you
going.
for that. Thank you, thank you.
You know.
I might just boycott them all, and not even show up. Just mail me the award.
Oh, here you go. Look, you got to speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hey,
you know.
look. Oh, look, Tara's waving. What's up, Tara?
Yeah, what's up, girl? Hey, it's inevitable. Your body of work, it's definitely been impeccable. So you
Thank you,
definitely are a star. So
thank you, thank you. Step by step, we're getting there.
That's right, for sure. We are getting there, And what is your a final take? What words of wisdom do you want to give to people who are just trying to make it out there or just maybe, or going through something? How do they get through it?
In music or just in general?
Well, you can do both, music and in general, because we all know life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for those who are doing music, just give it up. This ain't worth it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, stop.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Stop.
For my musicians, stay consistent, stay on it, don't give up, but also don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try something different. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. There's just so many people that are replicas of somebody else, and you as a person are your own person. And so that should reflect in your music, whether it be, oh, I like Michael Jackson's music, but I want to change it up and add more rock infusion to that, or whatever it may be. I think that it's so important that you really just lean into creativity and cut out fear in your life. I would also say that to just anybody else who's going through something right now, just cut out fear. I think fear is what keeps us in such a bind, especially just in this generation, in this culture. We're so scared. We're scared of not being loved. We're scared of not being liked. We're scared of not having enough money. We're scared of all these different things. And if we were to just truly eliminate fear and just move with passion and just move with humility, kindness, love, I mean, everything would change. Everything would change. And I'm not saying like, go quit your job tomorrow and
Right.
move with love. Like,
Right.
but just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't be afraid of trying to do something that you love to do, whether it's baking cookies, making music, you want to start going to law school, whatever it is. I just think that, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to chase after those things that really set your heart on fire, because no matter what you believe, no matter what religion you believe in, you gonna die. We all gonna die.
Yeah.
And you ain't, and if you believe like a reincarnation, listen, you might come back as a tree.
Right.
You still stuck, And so I think that it is just so important that we take this time that we have and truly see it as time is the ultimate currency. Money's cool. I think it's important. We all need money. Love to spend money, love to go out to eat. I'll be eating way too much. But I think that time, we really need to treat time differently, because if we really valued our time, we would start doing things that we love to do. We'd only spend time with the people that we really love, and we would invest more. We invest more into people. That's my last thing to say, is just invest into others, invest into also, invest your money too. It's a good thing. Probably not right now. Actually, no, perfect. Right now is perfect time because so it's a good time to buy. But invest in each other. I think that we don't do enough investing in each other. We all feel like we're in some sort of, social media has made us feel as if we're in some sort of competition with each other.
Right.
Better, you gotta have the flyest this, the flyest that. And listen, look fly, do your thing, but fly means nothing if you're, well, I almost cussed. Fly means nothing if you're a terrible person. And so I just think that it's more important that we invest into one another and that we really just give each other hope and love and laughter. We don't laugh enough. These last couple of years have just been so serious. So much has gone down and we've just taken ourselves so seriously as people. And we gotta laugh. We gotta have a good time. This is it for us. We're only here for 80, 90, 100 years. Right. So use that time properly. Use it wisely. Invest in yourself. Ultimately, that's the last thing. Sorry, this is the last thing I'm going to say. Invest in yourself, whatever that may be, whether it's taking an hour of your day at the end of the day and, putting in some work on something you love to do, researching something, put in that work for yourself. And I promise you, you gonna live a long and happy life. So that's it. That's all I got. I'll send you my invoice. We'll come to my TED Talk, That's all I got for y'all.
Right. Drop the Cash App right now.
Now we're ready for the Cash App.
Right. Now we're ready for the Cash App.
We're gonna pass around the bucket now. Go ahead and drop a little something in there. Feeling it.
Right. Get the donations out now. Let's go. Let's pass the plate. Oh my gosh. Always a great vibe with you. Wonderful.
It's always a blast. We gotta start doing this like every 6 months.
Right.
So when we come back, you can just see how much more mentally unstable I am and the new music I have for you. And so it's going to be great.
Hey, look, this is our third time around. So, we're
Third
doing,
time's a charm.
great things. Third time's a charm,
Third time's a charm.
and
It's such an honor.
hey, it's an honor for me. I want to thank you for, your continued support, always your words of wisdom. And, I definitely appreciate that too.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just blessed by you, Sam. Thank you for giving what you give to us artists. You really are the best. And sooner or later, we're gonna see you up here being an A&R. Just getting some of these kids signed and doing things and managing all these people. It's gonna be beautiful.
Hey, we're just going to see what happens, like you said, step by step, sky's the
Step
limit.
by step. That's it.
There you go. And, we got to close it out. For the people who missed Be My Lover, see, everybody, we played it in the beginning. And, let me remind everybody, we're on YouTube. We're on several Facebook pages. We're on Twitter, Twitch, and CertifiedNationEntertainment.com. And, I'm going to drop it on the IG, too. So apologies ahead of time for all the tags that you're going to be getting tonight. But, hey.
Oh, tag it up. Tag it up.
We got to spread it. We're going to get it on the TikTok, all that good stuff. But, we were playing, Be My Lover, which we were speaking about on the show. So if you guys missed out on it, we're going to, close out the show, I think, with that. I think that'll be another dope, ending. What do you say?
Absolutely. I say let's do it. Thank you so much for having me on here. I look forward to coming back. And it's going to be great. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Be on the lookout for the new music. Check me out at St. Rene. And I appreciate you guys so much.
Hey,
y'all have a safe weekend, and yeah, be smart, be safe.
Hey, that's right. So again, thank you for coming on. I'm going to close it out with Be My Lover. Another great episode of Let's Get Activated podcast. Let's go.
Let's go.
I see you looking like what you say. Well, I envision your body on me. So come on closer, girl, don't be shy. Let it pray. You look like heaven. I could use a sign. You'll need confession if I have my way. There's life and death all on your tongue. Your eyes don't lie, but you can tell me what you want. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? I can love you like no one. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you want to be my love? I'll bring the pleasure and take the pain. So bring your loving, bring my chains. You bring the heat, I'll make you rain. I've been dripping down and you won't leave the same. Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be my love? Don't you wanna be? Don't you wanna be?